I'm already retired. Is tax planning even worth it? So welcome back to our series on taxes, guys. And taxes can be just as big of a drain on your assets as market losses. And so especially if taxes go up in the future. I mean, I can't say when, but most people do believe that they will have to go up. I mean, when I mentioned a little earlier, look at all the stimulus packages that we've given out here recently. Whether the drain is from market losses, long-term care expenses, or taxes, it should be planned for and reduced as much as possible. And so let's go over why sometimes we can do more for you in retirement than really what we could have done for you during your working years. And that doesn't mean that tax planning isn't worth it during your working years. You should always have somebody look at your situation and find out if there is a way to legally lower how much taxes you pay throughout your lifetime. So let's say you and your spouse, if you're married, you have a little over $100,000 a year household income when you are working full time. So from a tax standpoint, thanks to the Tax Cuts and Job Act, higher standard deduction that was in there, there's really not a whole lot of ways for you to reduce your taxes anymore. It used to be about 33% of the population could itemize. Now it's less than 10% because of that new higher standard deduction. It's not really giving you that big of a deduction for your mortgage interest and your taxes and stuff like that now. So, but as you get closer to retirement, now maybe the kids are out of the house and usually your mortgage is gone, or almost gone. So, those deductions are really gone or extremely little. So once you retire, though, it does leave a lot more room for us to be able to play around with your taxable income because some of your Social Security is not being taxed. The other income streams that you could possibly get from different areas are all taxed a little bit differently. IRAs, those are pretty much fully taxed. Non-qualified assets could have preferential long-term capital gains tax treatment. Not 100% of your Social Security is taxable. Maybe you've got some Roth accounts that you could draw from as well. And so now we can actually try to figure out which way to pull so that you're paying the least amount of taxes that you're legally obligated to pay. And did you know you could actually be paying taxes right now that's higher than what you're legally obligated to pay? You could check out my video entitled IRA Tax, How Much Could You Pay? All right. So now let's say we look at your situation. We find that maybe through some Roth conversions, that would lower your tax burden. We've been able to save some clients tens of thousands of dollars in taxes per year going on after they hit their RMD age because we've gone through their tax situation for the retirement and did some Roth conversions before they hit the age that they needed to start taking the required minimum distributions. So maybe other tax-free options could make sense, like an HSA, maybe cash value life insurance would be an area. We look at whatever strategies will keep as much as possible in your pockets and out of the IRS's pockets. If you want to find out how much we could save you guys in taxes in retirement, then you might want to check out our calendar link in the description, and maybe you can smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you're always going to be notified whenever we have new content. You can also check out some of the other videos in the series on all of our playlists on taxes. Next week, we're going to be going over some of Biden's tax change proposals. I won't go over all of the nitty-gritty details for time's sake, but whichever ones that pertain to you, there's going to be a link to a Kiplinger article in the description, and I'll be doing more videos on his proposals as we learn more about them. I mentioned we have another podcast, another YouTube channel actually for our podcast called Retirement Rescue Radio, where we go into a lot of these topics, more long format, even interview style, 30 minutes, an hour long to really dive deep into the content. So check that out. RetirementRescueRadio.com is the podcast. And then we got the YouTube channel. That's it, guys. So we're going to bring more content to you all the time so that we can help empower you to live the retirement that you deserve.